How to break up respectfully and minimize hurt. Breaking up is widely regarded as one of adulthood's most agonizing transitions. For many, the end of a relationship conjures images of slammed doors, silent treatments, and words that can never be taken back. But what if saying goodbye could be different, an intentional process that honors both your partner and yourself, even as you take separate paths forward? Rethinking the end. What is conscious breakup? As relationships evolve beyond tradition and obligation toward genuine connection, more people are searching for ways to part with maturity and compassion. The idea of conscious breakup or uncoupling challenges the assumption that breakups must be adversarial or cold. Instead, it invites us to treat endings as opportunities for healing and growth. Psychologist Carl Jung famously observed, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." Importantly, transformation can occur not just in union, but in the courage and clarity of a respectful separation. Despite best intentions, breakups often collapse into pain and blame. Dr. Sue Johnson explains, "When relationships end, our primal fear of abandonment is activated, and we're hardwired to protect ourselves from pain, often in ways that make things worse. This psychological reactivity explains why, according to a recent YouGov survey, 54% of adults describe their most recent breakup as painful or very painful, with only 13% calling it amicable. Defensiveness, anger, and silence often emerge because the end of a partnership stirs deep uncertainty and the fear of being alone. Attachment theory reveals that these moments can reactivate old wounds, leading us to react impulsively or lash out. Conscious uncoupling begins not with a conversation, but with self-examination. Ask yourself, why do I want to end this relationship? Am I seeking escape, self-protection, or genuine growth for both of us? Time spent journaling or reflecting can clarify your motivations and help you approach the process with empathy and conscious intention. The breakup conversation, mindful dialogue. When you feel ready, set the scene for an honest and compassionate conversation. Privacy and calm matter. Choosing the right setting is an act of respect. Open with I statements that express ownership and responsibility rather than blame. For example, "I've realized we want different things," or "I'm grateful for what we shared, but I feel called in another direction." Communication experts like John Gottman emphasize that even during difficult conversations, soft startup and respectful tone dramatically reduce the likelihood of escalation and long-term resentment. While it may seem counterintuitive, making space for gratitude is not about minimizing the pain of parting, but about honoring the meaning that was shared. Dr. Kristen Neff, an expert in self-compassion, notes, "Kindness, even in endings, reduces the risk of protracted grief and supports long-term emotional recovery. By acknowledging what you learned and valued, you protect both yourself and your former partner from rewriting your shared history as wholly negative." Boundaries are essential, not punitive. In the early days after a breakup, it's tempting to stay connected or promise instant friendship. However, research shows that clarity about contact, digital interaction, and proximity helps reduce confusion, prevent rumination, and foster authentic healing. As difficult as it may feel, giving each other space is an act of kindness, not rejection. Some couples find healing in symbolic closure, a last meal, a letter, or simply a moment of shared silence wishing each other well. Rituals acknowledge the depth of the bond and make the transition concrete. Psychologist Pauline Boss describes these acts as essential for moving through ambiguous loss and truly saying goodbye. Even the most well-intentioned endings can go awry. Ghosting, disappearing without discussion, is linked to higher regret and emotional distress for both people, according to recent research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. Conversely, attempting immediate friendship without giving space often leads to confusion and stalls personal growth. As Carl Jung wisely stated, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. By approaching a breakup with awareness and honesty, you interrupt old cycles and allow both individuals the dignity of transformation. No breakup, no matter how skillfully handled, is free from pain. But conscious breakup transforms hurt into an opportunity for wisdom and resilience. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that people who experience respectful endings are twice as likely to report positive emotional growth 6 months later than those who endure conflict-heavy separations. Honoring your partner while honoring your own needs is not just possible. It's a gift to both your past and future selves. If you're navigating a breakup or its aftermath, understanding your attachment and relationship patterns can guide you to clarity and healing. Therapy-chats.com in-depth relationship assessments and personalized guidance are here to support you on that journey, helping you turn endings into new beginnings. If you have any views on the art of breakup, please feel free to leave your message on the below. Thank you so much for your watching. See you soon.